Hello guys, it's CodeX and welcome to my life. Today we'll continue on coding Snake game. Last time we successfully made Snake move and created a grid as well. And the goal for today is to make the snake actually be able to eat the food and prolong itself. If I now step into this square, we can see it just gets rendered twice, which means foot overrides, I meant snake overrides the foot square, which is, it doesn't help us much. So the real goal for today is to make foot, is to make snake be able to consume the foot and extend itself, become longer. And optionally, it would be great if we also did, if we also made it possible to kill for the snake to kill itself. Yeah, so what I want to do now is yeah, let's go through our code. We want to be able to eat food future. How can we achieve that? We can also add another conditional here, but that would be really a lot of blocks. I think that's the most logical thing to do. To check if new snake position corresponds to food. That would be a smart thing to do. We should also have some array which tracks all the snake positions if we want to prolong it. So this snake in reality corresponds to snake head, I guess. But what we want, maybe we should, alternatively, we can rename it to snake head, or yeah, the best way to represent snake is through a list of squares. As for now, we use only a single square, right? So maybe we should change a data type in which we store the snake. Well, let's do exactly that. Let's do this and this. And instead of set snake, well, we can push another set snake, push. Let's see if it makes sense. I see it doesn't. Because what's the problem with this? Argument of type number if it's not assignable to the parameter of type set state action. Honestly, I'll be honest with you guys. I'm not in the best mood right now, so hopefully you will not judge me if I speak with this low energy. Yeah, I'm not sure what to do. Hmm. Maybe. Yeah, maybe we should have snake head. But that would complicate things, right? We need each array to modify itself. Well, or square in snake for let's try this pattern for let's squake of snake. What's wrong? Comma expected. Why? Maybe we should use this syntax. Yeah, that's that's right. Let's use this. Let's go here and let's paste it. Not sure actually where how it is supposed to work. Maybe let's go here, here, press tab some quite a times. If snake square. And I suppose I should. Fuck, I'm not sure. For snake squares. Wait a second. How can I modify it using snake? Set snake hook. Well, with with set snake hook, let's ask Chad. Alternatively, I can. Yeah, I'm not sure honestly, guys. I can just I can introduce an array of snake squares which I will temporarily store and then override the current snake object. But that would look weird for me because I'm not sure it's supposed to work like that. That design pattern looks too inefficient since it consumes a lot of memory. I don't think that's how it's supposed to look like. So I'll ask Copilot, how do I notify, how do I use React hooks to change snake array efficiently? Efficiently now. I'm thinking I switched snake to be an array of squares because that what it is when we eat the first piece of food. So yeah, let's try to build prolonging snake feature, and then after we are done, let's try to consume the first food. Tab mismatch. Snake is now an array, but you are still accessing snake X and snake Y. Well, yeah, so maybe I should use map. Wow, you see? So it does create a copy. And it creates, okay, I see, I see. It creates a new head, and if, crap, wait a second. Actually, I feel a bit overwhelmed with how much lines of code is being changed in a single prompt. So we see a new snake is an old array, but the head is the first element. Yeah, so the idea is we store, it's like a linked list. So the order is important here. Then we create a new head variable, which is of type square. We switch direction. If it's up, we create a new head element. Okay. And we only check the head element. The problem is we should move. What does it mean? Unshift new head. New snake, unshift. New snake pop. What? What? Set snake, new snake. Yeah, so the only way we can modify. I don't think that's a proper way of doing this, by the way. Yeah, that's okay. Mm-hmm. Yeah, let's revert changes. I don't like these. I don't like these. I don't think these are effective because we don't look for the edge cases. I want to move the snake. Wait. I think these were effective, man. I think I just screwed it up. Regardless, let me just write it myself. Not that I claim to be a better programmer than compilators, but I want to practice myself. What's the problem? Why do I have so many problems? Yeah, so what we want to do, we want to create a new head, and we want to append a new head. That's gonna be a normal move position. So yeah, let's try to do the same stuff. New snake. No, let's new snake. Let's copy snake as it was. We did. Our goal now is to crop plan, yeah. Hard to focus a bit. Well, let's create a new head variable. It's of type square. And let's try to mm, in normal case, we should just move our snake. So set snake to know how to do this. Well, we can push a new snake element. Maybe like this. Yeah, we want some checks when we move snake. One is if it's a snake square, one if it's a foot square. But we will implement it later. Let's now just implement moving snake. So let's if new head. Don't see why is it highlighted? Is used before being assigned, of course. Yeah, it is, but it will be assigned now. Well, so let's, if new head is not empty, let's pop this element to an array, which is snake. No, new snake. Pop. Fuck, that's not what I meant. New snake. Wait a second. That's new snake. New snake. Pop. Pop. Then we want new hat. If new hat, yeah. New snake. Set snake. New snake. Concat entries. Push. Slice. Unshift. What does unshift do? Argument of type. How does it work? Inserts new elements at the start of the array and returns the new lengths of the array. It does return a length. I don't like it returning the lengths. So it takes I'm not actually sure. So new snake, unshift, new hat, new hat. Guess we'll do it like this. But no, we want first to do this. Yeah, and then we set snake to new snake. Yeah, that seems like a reasonable thing to do. As for this, we don't need this loop. Yeah, we'll remove the loop completely. We'll go back one level. And we won't check snake Y, but we'll do some other thing, which is not sure, bro. Yeah, we should assign new snake. Yeah, so the way we gonna do this is new snake equals. Can we do it like this? I think we can. If snake 0 had, right? Let's create this. Let const. Yeah, like let's do it. Fuck no, I didn't mean to press this. Let's rewrite it to const and const alt had equals snake pop. Is this? I want to get the first element. Oh, so I can just do this. If snake, and let's use all had instead of all snakes. What's wrong? Because it's constant. Yeah. I meant new hat. New hat, bro. New hat. New hat. Okay, guys, it's 5 minute relax time. I'll get back in 5 minutes. I think we are close to implementing basic and prolonging snake and eating food and game over analysis. See you soon. Oh, hello. Hello, guys. I didn't see. I wanted to say that I'm leaving and I saw your message. Hello. Hi, dude. Yeah, I'm cool, but my mood is slightly off. Sorry I didn't reply. Didn't expect to see some viewers, you know? Let's see. Let me reload. Let me put the like. Why are you using light theme? Because honestly, I never realized I can set the dark theme, and I'm not sure it would be better. Would you recommend? Hello guys, I'm back. So something interesting happened, at least for me. I got viewers in the chat. Hello guys. That's so that's so atypical for me. It's like the first comment for the last 13 lives. Hopefully you heard my reply. Yeah, you can write messages. I'm not always checking the chat, so the response time might be longer, but don't feel discouraged to message. So yeah, we stopped here and we are trying to redesign our move snake function in a way that it supports it supports the snake being longer than one square. Yeah, we are just in the middle of doing that. New snake, new hat equals hat alt hat x. Yeah, he'll work with old hats and new hats right now. New hat equals, here we change to this, here we change to this, and here we reassign new hat to this variable, to this object. Cool. The same goes for here. New hat equals delete, delete. Yeah, and the same stuff here. New hat, new hat equals delete, delete. Cool. And the last case, we insert alt hat. Here we insert new alt hat as well. New hat equals delete, delete. And the last case is here, assign, paste here, delete here. There are still some mistakes. You can see these are the mistakes. And this is, okay, this is create board function, which we also should fix. I guess there is a function sum, right? X sum segment. Oh, that takes a lambda function, right? Sum segment x equals x. That's, I guess that's a proper syntax. Yeah. And sum snake sum segment y equals y. Then we want to what? Oh, because that's not a lambda expression, right? This way it is lambda. And I think the code should work now. Let's actually check it. Yeah, and we see it does. We see it does, which is really nice and extremely cool. Okay, now let's go to our second goal, is to enable eating food and also enable enable what? And also enable game over. How do we, yeah, where do we actually check this? I guess we can do this. We can do it here. But that would be a lot of, a lot of stuff. I think we should, yeah, at the bottom of this, we should check if new snake is an old snake just before we popped it. So let's do exactly these two checks. If new snake, no, new head, right? If new head is either, no, if new head is equals to, or I guess we should operate on its coordinates, right? And I guess we should do this here. Yeah, expression expected. So if new head x, now if for some snake, let's take snake, some segment, if some segment is segment x equals new head x and segment y equals new head y, then we want to handle check if check if check if it's a snake. If we moved to the snake, if it is a snake, then let's do it like this. Then we should change game over flag. Game over. Actually, let's leave it blank for now and just make else if. I'm not sure actually how is it written. Like this, right? Else if. Or else if. I guess it's okay. Else if snake some. Now if new had x equals to foot x and new had y equals to foot y, we want to handle check if we moved to if this no not we, let's make it better documentation. Check if snake is if snake moved collided snake collided with itself. I guess that looks nicely. Check if snake ate the food. Okay. And in this exact moment, we want to pass some handlers. to pass some handlers. Not sure which how to handle this. Well, here we want to end the game. That would be that probably is tougher hmm, than the rest of this. So I guess we can also do this like this because we can either eat food or not. And when spawning food, we should also probably avoid. Yeah, that's a case I didn't think of. When spawning food, let's write it here. When spawning to do, when spawning food position, make sure it's not a snake. It's not. It's not inside of the snake because that would be problematic. Okay, now let's try to handle if new headers food. How can we handle this? Well, we can just new snake, unshift the value of new head, and that's it. I think we are good. And we'll just test it. Test it now. Oh, and we forgot to change the position of foot. Well, it looks weird. Hmm. Hmm. I don't understand why doesn't it get overridden. Because we push the snake, let's say, and when we render the board, we check. Yeah. Hmm. What should we do? I don't, guys, I don't understand why a thing, a simple thing, which is why when we jump, anyways, I'll explain it right now, but just give me a moment. Let me change this to 10 actually. What? I guess it doesn't. Oh, that's because okay, I understand why it's baggy now. Let's get back to 20 because we hard coded it in CSS. That's why. So you see, we cannot move it easily. If we try to go here, our snake doesn't get rendered. That's problematic. Let's try to understand why. Why is it like this? Why doesn't my snake overwrite the third square when it steps into it? When the snake eats food, you're adding the new hat, but you're not calling set snake new snake a new hat. That is true, and I notice it as well. But that doesn't explain why is it not. But why doesn't it render? How do I say it properly? Yeah, Crabman. Sorry, I'm I'm so like low energy today. Not in the best moment to be on. In the best mood to be honest. Let's see if anyone is even watching my live. No one. Well, we are back to the normal lives. Oh, oh, that's actually because it changed things. Set game over true and true time. Well, that's logical. I don't know why. Why didn't I do this? So let's accept this change. Snake grows at hat, but don't remove tail. Well, yeah. Generate new foot in a position occupied by snake. Let's denote add this comment and let's revert this change so that we can do it ourselves. Normal movement, add head and remove tail. It suggests me to do this. Well, let's do. Yeah, these are good. But let's do the generation of food ourselves. So what we want to do? Yeah, so we want to generate food, generate random square, generate random square of type square type food, and let's do it while const square. Let's do var square and set and wait while snake sum segment x is not equal to square x, or wait, segment x equals to square x and segment y equals square y. While what? What's wrong? Why is it? What's wrong with this? Yeah, and let's do square set foot square foot square and foot square set foot what foot square and foot square, and it doesn't get rounded because something bad happened within this function. So sum maybe. Oh, and now it works. Yeah, let's try to see if our game is not broken. So you're trying to eat the food. Yeah, and something we are stuck. What happened, man? Is it just my game lagging? Yeah, my game is lagging. What? Localhost 3000. Let's start. Yeah, what? That's extremely weird. You see, my server is crashing. Each time I step into the wood. What? That's the weirdest shit that happened to me today. Okay, guys, anyways, you have 5 minute break. See you soon. Hello guys, I'm back and we are continuing exploring why does my program crash. Possibly because this loop runs forever. That would be a logical thing to assume. Yeah, let's close this because that clearly doesn't work. Let's see, yes, localhost, start, and yeah, foot score, set foot score. Yeah, something's clearly wrong here. While so while a snake while the snake is not some is not food, it's not like food. While this true. Oh, actually I should probably erase this. Let's try it now. Yeah, hooray. Hooray. Yeah, guys, we have a fully working game now. It does look ugly, but it works. Yeah, so our priority now would be adding the food, the speed of the game. Shoom, shoom, shoom. Zoom, zoom. Okay, let's get back to the work. Our game actually works and it's cool. Well, how do we do this? Mhm. Well, we need a function that how do I make oh, let's store the last direction const last direction set last direction use state and it will be last direction. Let it be right. And we want to add the speed of the game. How can we do this? Well, we have an event listener but I want this event listener to be executed in an interval. Hmm. Yeah, how do I add some speed? Well, I can use switch interval, or alternatively, yeah, I'm not sure how do I limit myself to executing only the first one, the first event, and within some time block. How do I? Yeah, but okay, regardless, how do I execute? How do I set the game speed? Game speed. Const game speed. What? Okay, it's good. And it's good. Let's use. I'm not sure I will use hooks though. Here. Yeah, let's use. Okay, stop fucking doing these changes so much. So now let's reject these changes for now because that's not my purpose. That's not what I'm doing now. Also, let's undo these changes here. Not sure if they are limited to files, which they are, thankfully. This is smart. Let's keep this. This is not smart. Let's undo this. Let's set a global variable. Game speed number 20, and let's add a unit ms. Now let's see how it implemented this. It also prevented reverses, which looks like a smart thing to do. I'm not sure what I'm doing. Not sure how this game loop will save things. Automatically move snake. I'm tired, guys. Yeah, we have these changes. And if game over, well, we use this now. Move snake direction with speed. We have game interval. Don't move if game is over. I don't understand this. Move snake direction. What? Oh, he wants to do this automatically. And it wants only to set directions. That's the logic. So it uses double, like double change. Okay, so it uses two. Actually, it uses loop. Yeah, so it sets direction, and based on direction, it uses game interval. Fuck. That's a smart design. Why didn't I come up with this? That's a pretty smart ass design. Yeah, so let's accept these changes and revert this change because I want to write this loop myself. Yeah, let's accept this, accept and accept and accept this, and this let's revert. So it was use affect, which is a lambda function taking an array of a dependency array, right? So here we have this, this, this. Yeah, cool. And here we have set interval const. Let's do it like this. Const game interval equals set interval, which is a lambda function as well, a callback that runs game seconds. Game, I forgot, game speed, ms, right? So inside this, we want to move snake direction, which looks pretty nice. I like this design. And we want to return a function that return a callback which document clear interval, fuck, clear interval, like this, game interval. Yeah, that's right. Now we want to provide hooks, food, and also it modifies game over, right? Direction, game over. Let's see if it works now. Start. How did I kill myself? What? Yeah, I can somehow kill myself. Yeah, how can I kill myself with two squares only? How did I do this? Possibly because, yeah, I don't understand honestly. I'll probably need to log this. Let's try to log it here. I'll cancel log snake. Game over. Here is snake array. Let's see. Let's debug it. Crap. I want to list these objects. I kill myself with just two snake squares. With just a snake length of two. Okay, stop spamming. And I also don't need these logs. Good catch. They should immediately reverse direction and collide. don't really understand these changes. Anyways, guys, thank you for watching. That will be everything for today. I'll continue on working on my snake game. On our snake game, we did a logic breakthrough, but just we still have some problems to fix. So next time we will fix the backend and to work on the front end. Hopefully that will be a productive session. Make sure to check out the next episode.